Hi everybody, EB here. Welcome to today's video. So today's video we're going to run the MX Linux, the latest version, AHS Edition. And I've downloaded 30 plus games randomly off of Steam, not all randomly, and we're going to test them out on MX Linux. All are running locally, all are locally installed. This is all being made and played on the £25 PC that I purchased off of eBay. All I added was a couple of SSDs and an nVidia GTX 1050 Ti 4GB graphics card. So very budget machine. Some of these games are very old, some of them are not so old. So we'll see how they run. Now, Star Wars The Old Republic you already have seen. Some of these games may need widescreen resolution fixes, which I have not yet installed, so if these games don't come up full screen, then you'll know why. Also, I'm recording the desktop. This is being made and played on Sunday, December the 31st, 2023, but it should be good for the whole of 2024, as long as you're on this version of MX Linux, which is currently version 23. Okay, so I'm going to start off with some Star Wars. I'm just going to click these games randomly. I'm not going to play them. I'm just going to let them load and run. They're all going to run via Proton. So all I've done is brought the games down, installed them and told Steam to run them in Proton. So we'll see if they get a big thumbs up or a big thumbs down. So there's the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Sith Lords 1280 720 running beautifully. No problems at all. Let's take its older brother, the original KOTOR. Now, this one I haven't put the widescreen fix on, so it will probably run in 4:3. But that's okay. At least we'll be able to see if these games are in a position where you can just download them, tell Steam to use Proton, run them, and you're done. Looks like this is going to run beautifully as well, but of course this would need a widescreen fix. Yep, there it goes. So this is running in 4:3. This would actually need the widescreen fix. Not a problem, we can do that, no big deal, even under Steam. The next one is Star Wars Republic Commando. You might want to get yourselves a coffee or a ciggy or a whiskey or donut, whatever floats your boat, because this video is going to be a bit of a long one, I'm afraid, because we do have to let the games physically run. 30 plus, but it should be a pretty cool reference point for anybody who's thinking of running games on Linux. nVidia. There we go, it's running beautifully. New test YouTube, select profile. I'm not going to do either. Well, I suppose we could. I suppose we can do test. There we go, and that's all running beautifully. And we've got our options, etc. Again, it's not got the widescreen fix and it is running windowed, but that's fine. We could change that to full screen and apply the widescreen fix. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes, please. And that's another big thumbs up. The next one, of course, is Star Wars The Empire at War Gold Edition. Again, as I say, a lot of these are older games, but they should run just fine. No problem at all. So that's all the Star Wars games with a big massive thumbs up. I do have some much newer Star Wars games, which again should run absolutely fine, but they're like 100 GB in size, so I just don't have the space to bring those down and run them. But hey ho, future videos, future content. There we go, Star Wars Empire at War. Tutorial, single player, multiplayer options, running absolutely beautiful. Okay, so And I know SWTOR and Star Wars Lego run perfect as well, so that's that batch done. So let's get away from Star Wars and let's try loading up some random games. Well, American Truck Simulator should run absolutely beautifully. Really didn't want to do that, but nevertheless, there we go. Click the wrong bit, never mind. And let's see if American Truck Simulator loads and runs. Again, using Proton. So we've not done anything else other than use Proton. Again, this is in windowed mode for when I record videos. And that's running absolutely beautifully on the MX Linux. No need to go any further because I know that one runs really, really nicely and well. So far it's a massive thumbs up for all games. No thumbs down, no fails. Okay, the original Baldur's Gate 1. Again, I don't know if this is going to require a widescreen fix. I don't know if it's 4x3. I've never played these games. These are some of the new games that I've purchased of late. And not even ran, so we'll give it a run and see how it goes. Processing Vulkan shaders, well, we can skip that. And let's see if it loads and runs, which it should do. Of course, to do a proper test, I guess I'd need to actually play the games and make some videos of them, but I have a very, very high degree of confidence that that is all possible. Okay, so this is the original Baldur's Gate, and it is in widescreen, which is nice, right off the get-go. And there we go, we've got the Siege of Dragonspear, Baldur's Gate, all the black fits. Select campaign, I don't know how we quit this. There we go. So, the original Baldur's Gate is running beautifully, no problem at all. Baldur's Gate 2. No, I don't have Baldur's Gate 3 as of yet. May well buy it in the future. This is the enhanced edition. So again, let's give it a whirl. See how it runs. I'm not going to wait for the Vulkan shaders. Again, Baldur's Gate 2 looks like it's going to run in 1280-720 widescreen, no problem at all. And there we go. That all seems to be running. The Black Pits too. I thought that said the Black Pies. I was going to say, really? So Baldur's Gate 2, another big thumbs up. Age of Wonders 3. I've never ran this before, so I don't know if this one's going to run. Hopefully it will. And there are some Windows-only games in this crop of random games. So it'd be, yeah, it's running install script. So it'll be interesting to see if they do run and behave. But as I say, if we can get them to load, then I have absolutely total confidence in MX Linux that the game will not only run, but it will record beautifully should you want to make YouTube content. Skip the Vulkan shaders once again, and let's see if Age of Wonders 3 runs. Well, it looks like it's going to run. It looks like it needs an account. Set on medium graphics, doesn't tell me what the resolution is. User content, so mods I'm guessing. Miscellaneous, TCP port, blah blah blah. Never played Age of Wonders 3. So I have every confidence that that is going to use Quest offline account, play. Let's see if we can get the game rather than just the launcher to actually run. Age of Wonders 3, beautiful. So it looks like this has an offline option, which is nice, so you don't need an internet connection to load it and run it. Now, I am only packing 8GB of DDR3 Ram in this PC, And there you go, Age of Wonders 3. Absolutely beautiful. Guest offline. I have absolutely no idea how to quit. And there we go. Let's quit that. So Age of Wonders 3. I can tell you that Farm Simulator 17, 19, excuse me, and 22 run flawlessly under Steam with with Proton Experimental. I'll just show you Farm Simulator 17, but I'm sure you'll all believe me when I tell you that it runs flawlessly. And as I say, most of these games, once they're running, they're indistinguishable from running them on Windows. So here's our Farm Simulator 17 loading. As I say, 19 and 22 run flawlessly as well. I know because I've got them and I've tested them. I will do more videos like this in the future, just to show people that, you know, it's not all Chatham Eastern Promise. It's not a Turkish Delight distribution. So there you go, Farm Simulator running beautifully. Okay, Submerged is the next one. So let's see if Submerged will load and run. This is a lovely little game if you've never played it and you fancy something a little bit different rather than the usual thump 'em about and slap 'em up. Uppercut Games. Indie title. We've got a few indie titles here for your measure and pleasure. There we go, Submerged. It should run beautifully on MX Linux. AHS Edition, non-System D. There's no System D running by default. So there we go, running beautifully. And of course there's a new one, Submerged Hidden Depth. So that's running absolutely gorgeous. Next one is a Windows only game, which is Airport Madness 3D. This requires very little resources to run. This will run on a Matchbox. Just saying. So it should run. But for those of you that are absolutely hell-bent on being an air traffic controller, then these games run beautifully. The other one is Airport Madness 3D Volume 2. But again, all I'm trying to do is prove the process that they do actually, once they've been installed, run beautifully, and you can make videos using something like OBS Studio with them. And there you go. Absolutely fantastic. No problems whatsoever. Okay, the next one is the original Fallout. Again, this has no widescreen fix on it, so it will probably be in 4:3, but that's okay. We could bring the widescreen fixes down for all these games that need it and apply it. So as I say, this is the original Fallout and this should run perfectly. And there we go. Absolutely beautiful. We can click on play and it's going to start and run. Oh, error initializing video mode. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I'm not going to get too hooked up on this. Let's see if we can do a quick fix for it. See why it doesn't want to run. So that's our first fail, but it is a very, very old game. And it probably needs some kind of fix. No, it's not even going to let us load it, is it? It's just going to crash. Error initializing video mode 1024 by 768. That's interesting. Okay, well, I'll see if I can fix that for another video. Fallout 3, that should launch and run beautifully. This is the Game of the Year edition, of course. So let's give this a run out, see if it loads and runs, which it should do. And there we go. And if we go to options, we can see 1280, 720. So that's going to run just fine. the beautiful Fallout New Vegas. Let's see if that's going to run, which is the next iteration of the Fallout series. So you really have been taken care of and looked after by those amazing people over at MX Linux. So there you go. Options again, 1280-720. It knows we've got an nVidia GTX 1050 Ti installed. So again, we can take it that Fallout New Vegas is going to run beautifully. I'm just going to move that along a little bit. There we go. The next one is Fallout 4. So let's launch Fallout 4. All of these games are regularly on sale or pretty much given away for free because, as I say, some of them are older games. Some of them are not that old, but some of them are older. But nevertheless, Linux running on old hardware, which it's doing at the minute, well, that's kind of your perfect combination. There you go, 1280-720. So that's your Fallout 4 running like an absolute god. The next one is called Dragon Origins. This is the Ultimate Edition, and it's from BioWare. So let's see if Dragon Age Origins is going to run. This is an MMORPG. Stroke RPG. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. That's going to run beautiful. You can configure it, and video should be well, I'm guessing it should be 1280-720. So let's just see. Let's just run the actual game itself rather than the configurator. An error occurred. App's already running. Oh, right, okay. So if the app's already running, maybe that's because I closed it down. Yep, it is indeed running. But I can't see it. So let's click stop and exit. There we go. Let's go ahead and relaunch it. As I say, I've not launched a lot of these games since I brought them down and installed them. So it's the first run for a lot of these games. So some of them may need a little configuration for them to run beautifully. Most of them run beautifully out the box automatically. Okay, let's click play. Dragon Age, there we go. So EA Sports in the game. Sorry about that. BioWare. So we may need to configure, as I say, some of these games after first run once they've generated themselves a config file, which most of them do. Okay, so let's go to options. Let's go to video. Yeah. 1280-720. And there we go. Keep settings. Okay, so now we've got a beautiful Dragon Age Origins installed, 1280-720, and good to go. So that's a big thumbs up for Dragon's Age Origin. Excuse me. Next one is Frankenstein, Master of Death. This has not been run before. So I've no idea what sort of game this is, but I've tried to bring a real mixture of games down from, you know, FPSs to MMORPGs to strategy, to discovery, survival, all sorts of different genres. So there's kind of something for everybody. So this looks like it's going to run beautifully. Options, sound, graphics, software, cursor, full screen. We don't really get much under graphics, so there you go. That's going to run beautifully. So that's another big thumbs up. And as I say, I've bought a lot of these games down randomly. Valley, one of my old favourites. What an amazing game this is. You got to love the old Valley. I assume I've installed Valley anyway. There we go. Again, first run, so I don't know if this is going to need a screen resolution adjustment. Hopefully not. It looks like it's going to run 1280-720. Beautiful. Valid, press any key, can't find the any key. That looks like it's going to run beautifully. Yep, let's just go to options, go to graphics. Yeah, well, we don't actually get a choice of resolution. So there you go, that's all running beautifully. So last but not least in this pile is of course Mini Metro, a very, very popular game with an awful lot of people. A game running under Proton under Steam. I'm not sure if it's available natively for Linux, but certainly under Proton it should run beautifully, even with just 8 GB of RAM, DDR3 Ram. So quite old. So here we have play, daily challenge and options. So I'm going to take it that that's a big thumbs up from Mini Metro. So now we move on to the last batch. So Elder Scrolls 2. 2 people. Very rarely see anybody playing Elder Scrolls 2 these days. Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind is still very, very popular because of the quality of the story. Oh, DOSBox. Oh, Bethesda. I dread to think when this game dates from. But I'm going to take it that that's a big thumbs up, even though it's not widescreen. The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, is that going to run? I'm guessing it will, but whether it'll run widescreen or not is another matter. That may need some kind of widescreen fix. Let's just go to options. No, we've only got a choice of 640 480 or 800 by 600. So we'd have to put a fix in for that. But I'm assuming this is going to run just fine, even though we need a widescreen fix for it. And as I say, bear in mind that I am recording the whole computer, which normally I wouldn't do. Normally I'd just record the actual game itself. So that may have an impact on the quality of the video. Which I hope it doesn't, but it may well do. Okay, so there we go. Morrowind 3. Sorry, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Running absolutely beautifully on MX Linux. Does need a widescreen patch. But there you go. We're proving the process here beautifully. Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Well, you know, if 2 and 3 run, then 4's going to run, I'm guessing. Absolutely beautifully. As I say, a bit of a long video. I do apologise. Options 128720. So that's going to run gorgeous. That's the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim, is that going to launch? Which hopefully it is. And more importantly, is it going to run beautifully? And there we go. Options 128720. That's going to run fantastically. Next up is of course the Mighty Valheim. This again of course will run natively in Linux as well as under Proton in Windows mode. Sorry about the noise. And there's your beautiful Valheim running. It is in windowed mode. That's how I've got it set for recording it. But of course we could go to full screen graphics, resolution. Let's put it on full screen. Yes. There we go. Now it's on 1280 720. Running beautifully. So that's a big thumbs up for the Valheim. Crazy Taxi, this is a really old game. I have no idea if it's going to run, if it's going to widescreen or not. I have no idea. But we'll have a look. It's running in install script, so it's the first time it's run since I brought it down. These are just games that I say I randomly brought down just to do a test, but I think it's a resounding massive thumbs up for the state of gaming on MX Linux at the beginning of 2024. So you don't have to really do very much for the majority of these games other than bring them down. Tell them to use Proton and you're good to go. Some of the older games, well, they will need widescreen resolution fixes, but they'll need that whether you were running them under Steam or not. Maybe I'll have a go at running some games under Lutris and we'll see if that automatically brings widescreen fixes down. I know on Lutris it does sometimes. So there we go. No, this is going to work. VSync. Oh. What on earth happened there? Shutting down Steam? Oh my word. Well, I don't know why Steam would shut down. Gamepad driver update. Alright, well it wants to do an update smack in the middle of me doing a test. But it does look like Crazy Taxi is actually running. So I'm guessing it's nothing to do with that. Window, no. No, I don't want it off. I want it on. I want it on. Go ahead. And let's play it. Why Steam is shutting down, I have no idea. But nevertheless, it seems Steam wants to shut down. So let's restart Steam. Excuse me. So we didn't actually get Crazy Taxi to run, did we? Maybe it's something to do with the fact that we're actually recording the desktop as well. Okay, so it looks like Steam has balked itself, which is a shame, but you're seeing it as it's recorded. Let's try running the cooking game and see if that'll launch. According to me, Steam is still running. And we'll see if the cooking game will run for people that like playing cooking games. Would you like to uninstall these selected files from your device? This file will remain... What? No. Bagger off. Why would I want to uninstall files? Bit bizarre. Let's try the cooking game again. No. But to play them in the future, you will need to... No. Alright, let's exit Steam altogether. Shut it down, because it seems like it's gone off on one. It may be something to do with Crazy Taxi, I don't know. But we'll have a look. Let's see. Okay, we'll try and launch the cooking game again. And see if it'll work. Okay, so Steam's loaded up this time. Good. Let's see if the game will run. We've only got one more game left, which is Doom 3, to see if that runs, and I'm sure that will run just fine. The cooking game seems to be taking forever to load, and it's only a small game, so it shouldn't. Oh, something's happening. Shutting down Steam. So something's happened to Steam that it doesn't like. Okay, fair enough. So let's just try Doom 3 and see if that'll run. So it doesn't like the Crazy Taxi or the cooking game. It's not the cooking game, I think it's Crazy Taxi. It's something to do with that, I'm guessing. Nah, could be wrong. We'll try Doom 3, see if we can get that to run. If not, I'll end the video. I'll fix the issues, and then I'll do another video with these last 3 games either running or not running. Well, it looks like Steam is not a happy bunny, so I'm going to have to reboot. Okay, everybody, well, there you go. By and large, a massive thumbs up. Wasn't flawless, but I'm guessing the issue of these 3 games, not the actual MX Linux. So I'm going to give it a massive thumbs up. So you should be able to download, install and run your games via Steam on MX Linux 23 with confidence. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, thumb the videos up or down. I will see you for another wicked Broken Ebes video.